You know who they called out. ATK and CASHAPP.
What does ATK mean to you? If I say ATK, what does that mean?
There was no threatening going on. He said queso name, but I'm saying it was no.
And what did he say about queso?
Queso, bitch. That's it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Crime Circus. My name is Drip Drop, and I'll be your host as always. In this special feature presentation, we're going to jump right into this video and start it with a...
You know what I'm saying? Like, how much, do you know they actually gonna give whoever take that gonna get a bill?
Huh? Yeah, I mean, eventually, yeah, somebody. It's like I said, bro. It's all depends on what the judge says in the morning.
Yeah, so it won't be one tomorrow if we do get.
Yeah, you'll have bond tomorrow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So sit tight right there. Just have a seat. You don't have nothing in your cap, right?
Oh no, I'm finna.
All right, cool. Well, just sit tight, okay? I'll be back in a minute. All right.
Yes, sir. Hey, boy, you still gotta go to the bathroom? All right, come on. I didn't realize they had already brought you in. Let's go.
What's up, Anthony?
What's up, man?
Alright, so I don't think I've formally introduced myself. I'm Detective Barry, this is Detective Hoopley. First, let me get started with your rights form, okay? So we're right now at 301 West Monroe Street. Y'all already talking about brother?
No, not yet. Turn it down a little bit. I can turn it down a little bit. No, turn it down. Yeah.
Today is the 9th of April. And right now it is 5 o'clock. Can you read and write? Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to have you do is, I'm going to read this first line, I'm going to have you read this line, and then I'll read the rest of them to you. Okay? So you have the following rights under the United States Constitution. If you can read that first line for me. Right here.
I said you don't have to make a statement or say anything.
Okay. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before you make a statement or before any questions are asked of you, and to have the lawyer with you during any questioning. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you wish. If you do answer a question, you have the right to stop at answering questions at any time and consult with a lawyer. Do you understand? Okay. So what we'll do is we'll have you, right there where I put that X, sign your name right there.
All right, now why I'm signing this again?
So basically, I'm just informing you of your rights.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing a criminal investigation, and as part of that investigation, we'd like to talk to you. So we just want to make sure it's for your protection and for ours.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not, you're not admitting guilt or anything like that by signing it. It's just saying that we both read the form, we reviewed it with you, and that if there are any questions or whatever about that form, then we'll be going to answer it. Do you have any questions about the form?
Oh no.
Okay.
I got another question though. You said I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying, like, how would I be able to go to court if? No, I'm just saying if it was me.
Okay.
How would I be able to go to court if that virus, coronavirus thing?
Well, that's we may be putting the cart before the horse in terms of going to court and some things like that. Let's try to figure out what led us up to getting to this point first. Okay. So that's ultimately kind of what we would like to discuss with you. Is obviously you guys were stopped in a vehicle for speeding. Okay, and then during the traffic stop, it evolved into the point where there were some things that were found in your car.
All right. So
okay.
I got a question.
So there were some. Go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna be honest. I want y'all to be honest with me.
Yep.
I wasn't speeding, was I? Did that tell the truth?
No, you were speeding. You were doing 70 and a 55.
Oh, okay.
From this 55 mile an hour sign all the way until the red light, you were doing 70 and a 55.
And had you have gone probably a little bit of distance further, you'd have been an additional 10 or 15 because it drops down from 55 to 40. in an area, so you'd have been really cruising through there. All right, and I guess from what I understand, you're not from here, right? Are you familiar with that area?
At all.
Did you even know what the speed limit was in that area?
Not at all.
Okay.
I didn't even, to be honest, y'all probably think I'm lying, but I didn't even see a speed limit sign.
Okay. I think you passed 2 of them.
Okay.
But I mean,
One for sure, because I saw it.
yeah.
I know when I pull out from that light to make a left coming from Tyler House. I don't remember seeing it, but it probably is there.
Okay.
I mean, it's there, but of course it's there, but I'm saying I
Yeah.
didn't see it.
All right, so let's get to the So, run me through your day to day.
I was at my baby mama's house.
Okay.
I have a kid.
She lives in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Okay, where does she live in Jacksonville?
Like maybe 10 minutes up the road from Tyler.
Do you know where that is? Do you know her address or anything?
Not on top of my head.
I'm kind of familiar with that area. If you could just drive me there from, like, say where the traffic stop was.
Traffic stop. Oh, I stopped at?
Yep.
You go all the way down. You know what Taco Bell at the very end of that street, and you got windows across the street.
Yep. That's it.
You make that right. You go up a little bit. You make that left. An apartment complex similar.
So you make a left on,
I don't know what the road is.
let's see,
Kingsbury or
Kingsbury. Kingsbury, and then the apartment's on your right?
Yeah.
Yep, okay. I know exactly where she lives.
I left from there. Me and my little brother left from there. Mookie. Well, y'all know him. I don't know what y'all know him as.
So your name Tyler Jackson?
Yeah. I know his real name. Me and him went to school together.
Where did y'all go to school at?
Terry Parker High School.
Okay,
Okay, so you went to school here in Jacksonville.
At one point, yeah.
Okay.
okay,
But then I moved.
okay.
I know him from there. I'm thinking he's a pretty good guy. I'm saying I didn't know what all he was in, what all he was going on.
Uh-huh.
He came to the car. Like,
Where'd you pick
So
him up?
yeah, so how did y'all? Let's get to the point where you and your brother left your baby mama's house, right? And it was just you two. Okay, in your car. Okay, where did you guys go when you left there?
To Tyler.
Tyler Jackson or Simmons?
Simmons.
Okay, and what do you know him by? What does he go by?
Slugger.
Slugger.
I think I know what it is.
Yeah.
I think I know.
Yeah, we know it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So you and your brother went to Tyler Simmons' house.
Yeah.
What led you to go there? Do you know Tyler Simmons?
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all were friends. Y'all talk on a regular basis.
We just talk.
Okay.
Just friends.
So how did it get? Like, did he invite you over? Did y'all already have plans to go over there? How did that?
And what?
How did that unfold?
Reverse back.
Okay.
Keyshawn, what y'all know him as?
Crazy King.
Yeah.
That is funny.
It's just funny to me because that's crazy how y'all know their name.
How do you know him?
He used to stay by me.
By Kingsbury with your baby mama, or you?
Oh no, I used to live on Arlington.
He said he used to stay by him.
I used to like him.
Okay, you used to live by him. Okay. I thought you said you live by him now.
No, I used to like him. I let him use my car last night.
You let Keyshawn use your car last night? Where'd he go?
Oh, I don't know. I think he just went home.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Do you know where he lives at?
I'm just coming down here. I'm telling y'all, God, with you. I just came down here.
Okay.
He said he'd use the car. Like, all right, go ahead. That's my homeboy. So I let him use the car.
What time was that last night?
8.
Okay. Where were you guys at when you loaned him the car?
Leaving from the south, like coming over here.
Okay.
Coming over to the west side?
Yeah, he dropped me off.
Were you at Slugger's house last night? You weren't there last night? Okay.
And I heard a lot of guys come over though.
Okay.
He told me that.
All right. So at about 8 o'clock last night, he asked to borrow your car.
Yeah.
He
said I need to go home.
Okay.
But
and that was about 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I didn't feel like driving. So I was like, you can hold the car and just go home. Come get me in the morning.
Okay.
So where did you spend the night last night?
My baby mama's house.
Okay.
So then he came and got me from my baby mama's house. That's how we got to Tyler house.
Okay. So he came and picked you and your brother up.
Yeah.
Today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what time was that? I mean, I don't expect you to give me an exact time. Just an estimate would be good.
Before lunch, after lunch?
It was after. It was like right before y'all pulled up on me.
Okay. So you hadn't been there very long?
I hadn't been there very long.
Okay. So what was the reason for the visit to Tyler's house?
Just say hey, because he on the ankle monitor.
Okay.
I'm just saying hey, how he doing?
I got you.
Who's actually going to get some food for him?
Okay.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Good job. Did he
So who all was at Tyler's house
make it that.
when you get there? Who was there?
Mookie was there.
Mhm.
Was it? I
That was it?
His mom just got his mom just put them up. Oh, his grandma was there.
Okay, so Tyler, Mookie, and Grandma.
Mhm.
That's all you saw at the house?
So that's all.
Okay. And what'd y'all do while y'all were there?
Oh, nothing. I just picked them up. I went to the house to use the restroom.
Okay.
So when I came back out, they was already inside the car.
Who was?
Mookie, Keyshawn, or Crazy K, and my little brother was inside of it.
Okay.
No, my little brother stayed outside the car. And I said, come over and go. So he got outside the car. He was outside playing with his little dog he had.
Okay.
So he got outside the car. Do y'all know what dog I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the little tiny dog or
no, it's the bulldog.
The bulldog.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was playing with that dog. They put him in the house. My little brother took him, put him in the house. I was getting inside the car. They was already sitting down. How they was inside the car, like Keyshawn was on the driver's passenger side. I was driving like that right there. Then we pulled off.
Okay. So when you're getting stopped by the police, what's being said by?
I had music playing. You know, I had my speakers. I don't see how to do. Say my speakers were hooked up.
I don't know. We'll check that out for you.
Like, I was driving, and then I always check my mirrors. That's how I do
Sure.
in Georgia. I just check my mirrors. I was looking.
Which is a good practice.
Yeah. I didn't even see him. I didn't know where you came from at all.
Okay.
He was a pretty good driver. I didn't see you. So I was driving. I was like, oh, he's behind me. Then Mookie was like, oh yeah, bro, pull it behind you. Pull over. I pulled over. And then it went from there.
Okay. What else was said during the stop about the guns? Because obviously there were some guns that were found in your car.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know. How long have you had that car?
Not that long. I don't think I had. Yes. I don't think I had it a month yet.
Okay.
You bought it in Georgia?
Yeah.
You're telling me? Okay.
Yeah. I bought it in Georgia.
Do you own any firearms?
No.
Okay.
Like with my name registered to him?
Yeah.
No.
Or even just
Do
possess?
you just
No.
have any firearms?
Do you
at all?
normally carry a gun?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you bring a gun from Georgia with you?
No.
Okay. Since you have been in Jacksonville from Georgia, have you acquired a gun?
Yeah, but I left it at my baby mom's house.
Okay. So it wouldn't have been with you today?
No.
Okay. And to my knowledge, there's no reason why you cannot lawfully possess a firearm, right? You're not a convicted felon. Okay.
Not even in Georgia? Have you ever been arrested at all?
Mm-mm.
You've never been arrested? Not even as a juvenile?
I think it's a juvenile, but they dropped the charge.
Okay.
And I have been arrested in Georgia, but they dropped the charges.
Okay.
It was between me and my dad. It was a bit misunderstanding.
I got you.
Okay.
Okay. So, obviously the investigation at the scene yielded 2 firearms that were recovered from your car. Okay? Where did those firearms come from? Because I don't know how things work in Georgia, but in Florida, ultimately you're responsible for who you allow in your vehicle, what they have in their possession, and ultimately what is found in your vehicle. Okay? So, you're telling me that you don't own any firearms, you didn't have one with you, and I'm pretty sure that the gun ferry didn't just fly by and drop them off. Someone introduced those guns into your vehicle. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
They
All right.
ain't just jump in there.
Correct. Yeah, they didn't just get.
They didn't just get in here. They don't have hands and open the glove box and
So
go
how
in there.
did the guns get in there? Who did you? Let me ask you this: did you see your brother with a gun?
No.
Okay. Does your brother own any firearms that you're aware of?
No, he played football.
Okay. So there's in your eyes, that gun. You're telling me that the 2 guns that were found in your car do not belong to you, right?
No.
Okay. Do they belong to your brother, as far as you know?
No.
Okay. So that leaves 2 other people in this equation, right? We have Keyshawn Dillard, who's in the front seat. Okay. Did you see him with a gun today?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Now, I don't know how it went from when I went in the house, use the restroom, and I don't know how it went from there.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't want to tell y'all I don't know. Did I get, you know what I'm saying?
I understand. But did you see him with a gun today?
No. Not from when I picked him up.
Okay. Did you hear him talk about a gun during the traffic stop?
They don't really, they just listen to music when they're with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm really a good guy. They just listen to
I
music.
understand that. Okay. But we're reaching a very critical point in this conversation, okay? And it's vitally important for you to remember and recall as much as you can.
Listen, I'm saying like I don't want y'all to say that.
No. Listen, just hear me out, okay? So, did you see Tyler Jackson with a handgun today?
You know, I just seen him with a pullover on.
Okay.
I don't know what he had in it. I don't know how that went from when I went. I'm saying I don't know if I went in the. I don't know if I went in the bathroom.
But here's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about during the traffic stop.
Oh no, not during traffic stop. No,
Okay.
not at all.
Okay. Now you guys were on Instagram Live during the traffic stop, right? Okay. And did you also know that we were monitoring the live that y'all were on? Did you know that? Okay.
I'm pretty sure y'all was. I'm pretty sure y'all was.
And there is specific discussion on there about a gun, if not more than one gun. So there was some talk inside that car about at least one gun, if not more than one gun. Okay? You were in the car. Your brother was in the car. Keyshawn was in the car, and Tyler Jackson was in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So this is where I don't want you to get yourself in trouble where you don't need to be in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Who was talking about the gun on live?
Hey man,
I understand. Hey man, listen. Here's the thing.
There comes a point where you got to look out for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to explain to y'all. Y'all got to hear me out. That's what I'm saying. Y'all got to hear me out.
Okay.
We parked at Tyler house,
Mm-hmm.
which is Tyler Simmons.
Correct.
I goes in and use the restroom.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what happened inside the car after I wasn't in there, I do not know.
Okay.
Of course, I don't know. I don't have eyes inside the car.
That's reasonable.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know if they either somebody slipped them in or they, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So when I came back to the car, we drove off. Tyler has to get some food. You know he can't move. So I was like, all right, I got you. Pulled off. Y'all stopped us.
Okay.
That's exactly what happened.
Okay. So, was there any guns in your car yesterday before you loaned your car to Keyshawn?
No, not at all.
Okay, and you're sure of that?
Sure of that.
Okay.
Because I was in.
Okay. So, we know the guns weren't there when you loaned your car at or around 8 p.m. last night to Keyshawn.
Mm-hmm.
As far as you know, Keyshawn was in possession of your vehicle overnight until he came to your baby mama's house this morning and picked you and your brother up.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? When he picked you up, you or your brother, neither one of you put a gun inside that car, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then it would be reasonable to conclude or deduce that Keyshawn may have been the person who introduced the guns into your vehicle. Is that reasonable to?
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Okay. But you telling me that you did not see Keyshawn with a gun?
No.
Okay. You're telling me that those guns are not yours?
Not at all.
And you're telling me.
Fingerprint. My hand ain't been on them.
Okay. And you're telling me that there was, from your recollection, that there was no discussion about a gun during traffic stop, even though it's recorded on your live. Not on yours, but on his. But it's recorded. We recorded it.
Okay.
Right? So there was definitely a discussion about a gun.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this is where I want you to hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The only person's behind you should care about right now is the one that you're sitting on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because now it's time for what they call self-preservation, and that means to look out for you, look out for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Only you can do that. I can't do that for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Honesty is the best policy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm not suggesting in any way that you're not being honest.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm suggesting is that maybe you're not necessarily telling us everything that you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And that's understandable. Because the last thing you want to do is you don't want to do anything that could potentially harm a friendship that you have with somebody who you've been friends with a long time,
mm-hmm.
and or put yourself in a position where you've got to be concerned for your personal welfare, your safety, or the welfare or safety of your family
Mm-hmm.
for cooperating with law enforcement. I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But understand this, is that the very same people who were with you are the very same people who have put you in a very bad situation, which has resulted in you being detained on the side of the road, brought down here, questioned by the police and all that, because of something they did.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously they didn't care enough about your friendship
Mm-hmm.
to not put you in this position.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm telling you is that at the end of the day, right is right and wrong is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And so now it's important for you to decide, do I want to do the right thing and tell these people what exactly happened and what was talked about, or do I want to just allow the cards to fall where they may,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll try to work this out later on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So, like I said, the Instagram Live thing was recorded. There was clear discussion on there about a gun. So
y'all
I would have yes, and we have it recorded. Okay, so I would have a hard time believing the fact of you telling me that you didn't hear anyone talking about a gun, because there was a lot of movement going on in that car. There was a lot of discussion. Okay, and there was Tyler Jackson was worried about getting rid of something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's important for you to share. I only want you to share your personal observations and the things that you heard with your own ears and saw with your own eyes. I don't want you to tell me what somebody else told you. I don't want you to tell me, what this person told that person as a result they told you. Just be honest and share with us what you saw with your own eyes and what you heard with your own ears. But what you're telling me is that those guns don't belong to you. They don't belong to your brother.
Mm-hmm.
But the potential exists that it could be problematic for all of you guys. Okay? Because if nobody wants to claim ownership or accept responsibility or explain how these guns got introduced into your car, then it potentially could be a shared responsibility by everyone. Does that make sense? So,
And one of the guns was stolen. So wherever it was stolen from, now we have, more questions of how did it become in your possession?
Ain't y'all gonna dust the gun with fingerprints anyway though?
we're going to not only do that, but we're going to check for DNA. Okay? So as part of this conversation, what we're going to do is we're going to ask you if you'd be willing to give us a sample of your DNA. Okay? And that consists of, what that is a low cotton swab application. We're going to read you a form, which is going to be a consent to search form for DNA, which is essentially we're going to tell you that we're going to ask you if you'd be willing to give us your DNA as part of a criminal investigation that we're doing. And as part of that investigation, we collect DNA, we process the firearms for DNA, and we compare it to the swab that we collect from you to see if your DNA is going to be on that gun. Okay? If you sit here and tell us, I've never seen that gun, I've never touched that gun, then your DNA shouldn't be on that gun.
Correct.
But if you sit here and you tell us that I've never seen it and I've never touched it and your DNA comes back on the gun, then we might have a problem. Make sense? Especially if the gun's stolen. Or better yet, after we process them for DNA, we test fire them, and then they compare them to guns that have been used in other crimes. So God forbid that gun has been used in some other crime, whether it was a discharge somewhere or someone may have been shot and or killed. Then we have bigger problems. Okay, so we don't want to have bigger problems. We want to try to do everything we can to mutually resolve the situation here, so that it can expedite things for you and your brother to go on about your business.
All right, y'all can come and swap me.
Okay, so you don't have an issue with that?
No.
Okay, all right. Okay. We'll read through the form with you. I just want to make sure.
So how fast did the swab come back?
It's going to be it's a little while.
That's what we're saying. Like, you sit here and, you give us the honest everything that you heard and or saw, okay? And you're telling us your DNA is not on it, okay? But if you say, I don't know nothing, you have this sitting over your head to where that one time you may have touched the gun. You see what I'm saying? So that's why we're asking you, from start to beginning, everything you saw and everything you heard.
Okay, so what did?
Did you touch one of those guns?
No, not at all.
Okay, so nobody handed them to you, asked you to do anything with them or anything like that? So there's no reason your DNA would be on them? Okay.
So I got what form did you go for?
No. So just to add to what he's saying, I mean, this is very simple. All right. We need to know the good, the bad, and the ugly. All right. It's easy to talk about the good, right? Really easy. We'd like to brag on ourselves and tell people how good we are, right? There's nothing wrong with that. The bad, not so much. We don't, because we don't want people to think we're bad people, right? And nobody thinks that you're a bad guy. We're not here to judge you, all right? But certainly, people really never want to talk about the ugly, okay? And the ugly is going to be the most difficult part to talk about, because that's where we talk about dividing friendships and other things. We're not trying to divide friendships. What we're trying to establish is the mere fact of we have right, we have wrong. Someone has to be accountable, okay? The bottom line is there are two people that are in your car who are individuals that are prohibited from lawfully possessing firearms. Okay? From what you're telling me, you are not one of those two people.
No, not at all.
Okay.
I think y'all should know that.
Well, but we also have to prove that. Okay? And there's only, unfortunately, I wasn't in the car with you. But like I told you, there was discussion about a gun during the traffic stop. It's recorded on live. So what I don't want you to do is I don't want you to sit here and tell me, I don't remember, I didn't hear anything, I wasn't part of this conversation, and then we have to go into a court of law and we press play on the recording and we hear Anthony talking as part of this conversation about the gun. Because does that make it look like Anthony's being 100% cooperative? Okay. So that's what I'm saying.
So I got a question. I understand what you said. I got a question though. Like, just say that y'all doing my sword, right? Okay, all that right there. Would I be able to go home today?
Well, we have to.
You're the first person we're talking to.
You're the first one we talk to, so we got to finish this investigation. So I don't want to make you. I'm not going to make you any promises or guarantees. What I'm going to tell you is we're going to do a diligent investigation.
I'm saying, like, would that come back today?
No, not coming back today. No. So we're talking potentially that could be a couple months before we get that back. Okay. So just being honest with you, okay? It's not something that we can. It's not like the CSI on the TV where we get it back immediately. We walk out of the room and 20 minutes later we got it. Okay.
So y'all gonna let Tyler know that y'all got the live video?
I won't be real with him just like I'm being real with you. I've got nothing to hide. Okay.
So he knows we have the live interview. You telling us the truth makes no difference because we have live video of it, right? So that's why we're trying to get the truth out of you about what exactly happened.
And y'all know who's going from here. Y'all know who's going.
Well, okay.
There's a difference between knowing and proving. Okay.
Yes.
And so,
I'm saying the live video proves y'all know who guns me.
But it also proves that.
Y'all know.
It also proves that
you have knowledge.
It
also proves that you have knowledge of the gun in the car. Okay. So when I bring him in an interview, and you know whose butt he cares about? His own. And he tells me Anthony took the gun out of his waistband and threw it in the glove box. You see what I'm trying to tell you here?
Yeah, like that'll be a lot of it.
But if you sit here and tell me you don't know nothing, like you didn't see anything, you didn't hear anything.
I don't want my name, nothing. I want y'all to say like, oh, he told me that was y'all.
Do what now?
I don't want y'all to say. I don't want y'all to come out and blue and be like, oh yeah, Anthony told me that was yours. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna talk about the live video, just like we talked about. See what I'm saying? Now the truth is the truth. There's no changing it. Okay. If you're trying to you're telling me that I know whose two guns they are. You see what I'm saying? And we charge him and we talk about the live video and all that. He should be a man of confess to it being his gun. Okay. You did not put him in this situation. He put himself in this situation. Am I wrong?
Right.
I'm just looking for you to tell me it's your car. Their guns are in your car. They're in your car. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get you.
You just said it.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get you to tell me the truth about what happened from start to beginning.
This is what I'm saying. You just said it though. Like you just said, those are their guns. They was in my car.
But there's a difference in me thinking and or knowing they're in there and actually being able to prove it was theirs. Do you understand what I'm saying? Here's the thing, man.
I'm saying, I got a question.
Go ahead.
What's your name?
Detective Barry.
Detective Barry. I don't think you just heard what I just said.
Okay, so you're telling me those two guns is Tyler's and Keyshawn's? See, that's what I'm saying. You're not telling me that.
I'm saying, you know.
But I gotta have here's the thing. It's like I've told you. When I bring them in here and they go, no, those may be Anthony's. It ain't mine. I can't have a gun. It's Anthony's car. So what am I supposed to say to that?
We seen a live video.
The live video does not show them taking a gun out of their waistband or out of their sock and putting it in there. The gun is us hearing conversation of people in the car talk about the gun.
It's theirs though.
It's theirs. Okay, so at what point, so when I do the traffic, so y'all turn off of Blair, right? You're going eastbound on Normandy, okay, towards the Taco Bell or wherever to get Tyler Simmons food, correct? Where I want to get him food?
From KFC.
Alright, so you pass from, I'm traveling east on Normandy, y'all pass the 55 mile an hour sign, y'all are already doing 70. Actually, at one point you made it 75, but I saw the speed limit sign of 55. You made it down to 70, and from the speed limit sign until the traffic light where the base is, or where the airport is, you were doing 15 miles an hour over the speed limit. Okay? So I turn on my lights, I conduct a traffic stop. Right? And you didn't see me until I said you were checking your ears. Oh, the police are behind me, right? So at the point I do that, how did the guns make it? You're saying it's their two guns. How did they make it to the glove box?
You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they got in there, but I know. You know what I'm saying?
So okay. So how do you know they're guns?
Because I've seen it with them before. But I don't know like how you got in there though.
So
when y'all opened it, I was like, what?
So those two exact guns, when did you last see them with it?
The very, very last time I was down here. Like.
And they've had those guns since then?
I think so. I guess so. They gotta be. If they still here.
So you saw which one? The silver one. Who had that gun? Who'd you see with that gun before? The silver one, it was tucked all the way up in the glove box. So you had the silver one tucked in the glove box, and then you had the black one that was sitting out that was wrapped in the bandanas.
No. Now that I can't remember. I know they ain't. You know what I'm saying? I know just told you guns were, but I don't know who actually guns them was.
That makes no sense.
This is what I'm saying. I know they there, but I don't know.
How do you know those are their guns?
You know what I'm saying? I seen it with them before, but I don't know if they like actually like, hey bro, hold this one, and I hold this one. You know what I'm saying? They can easily swap out. You know what I'm saying? They can easily swap out.
But those two guns I took out of your car, you have seen Keyshawn and Tyler with both of them.
Correct.
Huh? Without a doubt. When was the last time you were down here to show them with the guns?
You asking about the video, yeah?
What video?
Alright. When was the last time you saw them with guns?
Like 2 months ago.
You saw both of them with those two guns. And that's the last time you saw those two with a gun.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
And it was with those two guns that were taken out of your car.
Correct.
Alright. So there was a video that was filmed 2 days ago, right? And you were there, correct? You, at one point you're holding a Draco.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where was that video filmed at?
On the south side.
Where at on the south side?
Behind Taco Bell.
For the Arlington to San Jose.
Where Keyshawn works? Behind the Taco Bell where he works?
No, it's behind. What's across the street from that Taco Bell, man? It's in the parking. It's in a big parking lot. It's like Taco Bell, like a small Taco Bell and stuff.
So do you know where the Regency Mall is?
Yeah.
You know, the mall was like closed down or half open?
It's far from that. It's like
Alright.
you know what Jacksonville University is?
Where?
It's on that street.
Okay, it's on Merrill?
Yeah, it's
Or
on
not Justina?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't hear what you said. So it was on Taco Bell and Justina. Or near Justina and Merrill.
It's on Merrill Road.
And it's behind that? Okay. Who all do you know over there? Feezy? Feezy's Frank Austin, right?
I don't know his real name. I just know they call him Feezy.
Big old fat boy.
Yeah.
And he was holding the Draco too? But I saw the video. You at one point had the Draco. He had the Draco, right? Huh?
That Draco was a prop though. That's not a real gun. The Draco wasn't a real gun. That one was fake.
Are you prohibited from having a gun?
Who, me?
Yeah. Okay.
Not at all.
Alright. There was no prop to that. I don't know what they tell you. That was not a prop. I understand if you don't want to admit to me that it was a real gun or not. Wasn't a prop. Alright. Am I wrong? I am wrong? That is? Yeah, that was a real gun.
No, I mean, you said it, didn't you?
Okay. I was. You were holding it.
I'm saying they told what they were telling me. It sounded, when I was shaking, it was sounding like a BB used to sound, but I don't know. Because they had a drum, but no.
All right. And then, was your brother in that video?
No, not at all.
No. Okay. But clearly, I mean, I know your tips from the video. I've seen the video. All right. So it was your tips. Obviously, I know you were in the video. Did you see that day, 2 days ago, was Tyler, obviously Tyler never had a gun in that video. Did he have a gun when y'all were just hanging out prior to y'all shooting the video?
No.
No?
Because he was saying he couldn't hold him.
He couldn't hold him for the video?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're obviously saying he has a gun tonight. But did you ever see him not on video holding a gun?
No, he didn't get on video holding.
I realize that. When he was not, when the video was not being recorded.
No.
No?
No, sir.
But those two guns we found in the car, without a doubt, are his. Or one of them's his and one of them's Keyshawn's.
Correct.
Huh?
Correct.
Okay. Alright. You want to take your... one more question. What's the 52 stand for?
My homeboy that passed away.
Who's that?
Dank.
That stands for Dank too?
Yeah, 52, that was his football number.
Okay. What's the KTA stand for?
Oh, no, I don't know that now. I don't know that one. I know what 52 stands for in Kwame. That was a course. What's the name of it?
So everybody that's in YNR or Young and Ruthless is getting Kwame tattooed on their eyebrow line?
Oh no, he just got it because that's, you know what I'm saying, that's our brother.
That's your actual brother?
No, we just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So why don't you have Kwame tattooed on your head?
I ain't finna get it on my head. I got a job, man.
Where do you work at?
I work at Publix Warehouse.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself, are you part of their group? Are you part of YNR?
No. No.
What makes you not part of them?
Because I don't even know all the stuff they did. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously y'all know who they is, like the back of y'all hands. I don't know what all they did. And I ain't finna say I'm part of that because I don't.
Well, but here's the thing. It's not. Did you know that Mookie is a documented gang member? Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
Okay, he's a documented gang member. Okay.
To what?
Did you know that Slugger is a documented gang member?
What gang member? What's the gang?
YNR, Young and Ruthless.
Okay.
Did you, and you may or may not know the answer to this, do you think it is a crime to be a gang member?
No, I ain't thinking no crime.
It's not.
It's not.
Okay, so that's what I'm asking you. It's not a crime for you to be a part of it. Okay, but there are things, you have to put yourself in our shoes for a second and sit in our chair for a moment and sit back and think, okay, so we've got Mookie and Slugger, who are both documented gang members, okay, and you're hanging out with them. So why would that not make us think that you're a part of their group?
Could they just be friends?
They could be.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
it could be.
I can hang out with y'all and be on police officers.
But it could be more than friends.
Okay.
You see what I mean? And like I said, I'm not saying you are or not part of it.
We don't know until we ask you.
But we don't know until we sit down and have a conversation with you. So if you're friends and y'all are boys and that's your little clique and that's what y'all call each other, that's cool. There's nothing to be ashamed of that. As long as you're not doing anything as long as you're not out there committing crimes, doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing, there's nothing wrong with having friends. Right? Friends make their own choices, their own decisions. As do we make our own personal choices and decisions. Right? And that's where, again, I don't want you to get yourself in trouble here today based on that conversation that took place in that car. Okay? So, right now, this red line right here is a fence. All right? And you're trying to play this side and that side of the fence because you're trying to balance things out. Because you don't want to snitch on your boys. I get it, man. It's tough. I completely understand it. But there was a conversation about those guns during the traffic stop, and you're very hesitant and reluctant to talk about it. Okay? And I don't know why. Because ultimately, it's only going to cause a problem for you. Just be straight, man. What was the conversation about?
I just told him.
Okay. Was that when I stepped out briefly? Because I didn't hear anything about it.
We didn't talk about...
I didn't hear who said something about a gun, about hiding a gun, getting rid of a gun, talking about a gun.
The only thing you told me is that you knew they were their guns. But we never talked about how they made it in their glove box. You still stood on the fence of, you don't know.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. I really do not know how they got in there, but I know that's there. Because I wouldn't use the bathroom if they got in there then, or you know what I'm saying. That's nothing I can't. You know what I'm saying. I just can't know.
But those two guns in there, you've seen them with those two guns before.
Correct.
Huh?
Correct.
But you're telling me that's been at least 2 months ago that you've seen those guns? You haven't seen those guns?
It probably been 2 months. You know what I'm saying. It probably was like earlier than
like yesterday.
I won't say yesterday.
Okay.
Because I ain't seen Mookie yesterday.
Okay. Within the past few days.
You know what I'm saying? I just not too long got down here, so I just can't.
I understand that, and I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. I'm just trying to help myself understand. Because these are your friends, not mine. Okay. And again, your friends are the ones who have put you in this predicament that you're in right now. Not us, not the police. The police didn't put you in this position. Your friends put you in this position. Okay? Because your friends are convicted felons and somebody's possessed firearms, whether legally or illegally, in your vehicle, and that's what we're trying to determine. based on what you're telling me, is that they're not yours. Okay?
Hmm.
But you're telling me that you have knowledge of them. Is that what you're telling me? Okay. And your knowledge is the fact that you have seen these guys with those particular guns that were found in your car. You have seen them with those guns in the past.
Correct.
Okay. And your estimation of that is sometime between today and 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, he's going to read the form to you for DNA.
I want to jack this up. So it'd be his first name and then just request DNA.
So what's next?
Well, we're going to finish talking to some people and see. I mean,
You're the first person we talked to. We come to you. Let you.
CCR number?
So get it from out there. So what did they say? They was mine.
Well, we're going to have to work through all that. Your first name is Anthony?
Yes,
Is it common spelling? Just like ANTHONY?
Yeah. So I'm saying, like, what did they say was mine? Then what?
Well, we're playing hypothetical games at this point. We've got to do a diligent investigation, and we'll let the facts dictate where we go from there. Facts and evidence, okay? Anthony, what's your middle name?
Devontae.
We're going to do a D. What's your last name?
Hoskins, Hoskins. So I'm saying I'm not able to go around.
Not right now, because we got to finish our investigation. And as soon as we get done with our investigation, we'll make a determination on the appropriate action that we need to take.
So, what I just gave y'all, what y'all think now?
Well,
We got to figure out what everybody else.
J.
What's your ID number?
69779.
I'm saying y'all already know what they gonna say. They don't know.
Well, if you know more than what you've told us, that would be now's a good time for you to tell us.
That's why it's important for you to tell us everything. If not,
I'm not saying you do. I'm not calling you a liar. What you told me is all a lie. If there's more you need to know, you're telling me they're going to tell us they don't know whose guns it is. So then we got to determine whose guns they are. Now, I understand what you've told me, but if there's more facts to the incident, I need to know them.
just read that.
So I'm going to read this to you. I, Anthony D. Hoskins, have been advised that a law enforcement officer pursuant to a lawful criminal investigation requests DNA buccal swabs from my person, authorized Detective C.J. Berry and other law enforcement officers as he may to assign to assist him to take the samples. I have not been promised anything and I have not been threatened or coerced to provide consent. I am providing this consent voluntarily with the understanding that any evidence obtained may be used against me in all criminal proceedings. I have been advised that I have the right to refuse to provide consent. So right there where the X is, you need to sign that.
Anthony, when's your birthday?
October 27, 1998.
27?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
See, and then print. Print the name right there. How'd you know Dane?
We went to school together. Me, we went to school together. I know him since he was little. His brother named BJ. Y'all know what it is?
Alright. I don't know that. You know who that is?
Brian.
Smith?
Yeah.
Alright. Take this out of here. All this is a Q-tip. Listen to me before I do it. All this is a Q-tip. You know your right from your left?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Take this out. Stick it in your mouth, on the left side of your mouth, and just rub it against your cheek. I should see your cheek poking out a little bit. Alright, don't press too hard or you're going to break the stick. Alright. Just poke it. There you go. Just keep rubbing it. Alright, that's good. Just wave it around for a second.
Oh.
Nope, you're good. You're good.
Oh.
Alright. You're going to do the same thing, but you're going to do it on the right cheek with this one.
So I got a question after I do this.
Yes, sir. You're good. That's good.
Alright, there's a few questions I got.
Okay.
So what if I'm just saying hypothetically. What they come in and say?
We can't talk about hypotheticals, but
So what they come in and say?
we're going to find out what they say. We'll see what happens.
I'll tell you the possibilities are. The possibilities are everybody goes to jail today, and we wait for DNA to come back and we sort it out from there. The possibilities are nobody goes to jail today, and we wait for DNA to come back and we sort it out.
So
The possibility is one or more people go to jail today, and we let DNA confirm or corroborate who's ultimately should be held accountable for these things.
So how would the middle one happen?
Well, that's, again, we're playing hypotheticals. Until we talk to everyone, I'm not going to be able to give you that answer. Okay, I've got to sit down and talk to each and every person.
So with the information that I gave y'all can't do nothing with it.
I'm not saying we can't do anything with it, but I'm saying this.
We got to get all the stories.
I'm saying this
together.
is that you know more than you're sharing with us, is what I'm saying.
So you want to know that they put them in there?
I want to know, all I want to know is what I told you earlier, what you saw with your own eyes and what you heard with your own ears. That's all I want to know, okay? I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. I don't want you to tell me something that's not truthful. I don't want you to make up something because you think I want to hear it. I don't want you to tell me something because you think it's going to make it better for you. All I want is the truth, okay? And if that's something maybe you might want to sit and think about for a little bit, then that's okay. You can do that. You can have time. I don't want you to feel pressured in any way because we've got a lot of people to talk to, okay? Make sense? Okay.
All right, so the black gun that was put in Keyshawn's lap, saying put it in the glove box. Both of them got put in there by Keyshawn.
Okay. And you saw this with your own eyes?
Yeah.
Okay. At what point did you see that?
We was pulling up from the red light.
Before you got stopped by the police?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why did they get put in there?
Oh, no, that I don't know now. I don't know that part.
So 2 guns were from the back. Were put in.
No. Keyshawn was next to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there was 2 guns, and you said they were put in his lap, and he put them in the glove box, right? Right? Okay, so did he have the guns on him, or was a gun put in his lap and then he pulled a gun out and put it in the glove box, or were both guns put in his lap and then he put them in the glove box?
One was only put in his lap.
One was only put it in his lap?
Mm-hmm.
So a gun was put from the back. Who put it in his lap?
The one who was sitting behind him.
Who?
The one who was sitting behind Keyshawn.
Okay, so sitting behind him was Mookie, Tyler Jackson.
Yeah.
So he sat up, put a gun in Keyshawn's lap, huh? And then Keyshawn put that gun in the glove box. Which gun was put in his lap?
The black one.
The black one was put in his lap,
Yeah.
right? Was it already folded up in the bandana?
Yeah.
It was. And it was put in his lap, and then Keyshawn put that one in the glove box. And then where did the silver one come from?
Keyshawn put it in there.
Where did he, was it in his pocket? Was it in his waistband? Was it in his shoe?
I don't know. When I looked over there, he just put it in there.
He was putting the silver one in there,
Yeah.
but you don't know where he pulled it from? Okay.
So what was the discussion during the traffic stop then?
No, I don't know discussion. I'm not gonna say that part.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Was there discussion, do you remember hearing discussion about stick, pole, gun, fire, any of that during the traffic stop?
I just heard that 12 behind us, they probably tried to pull us over. We were ready to go to jail.
And who said that?
Keyshawn.
Okay.
And I was like, why? And he was just like, they finna pull us over. I was like, all right.
So they knew that I was the police before I turned on the lights?
When you turned them on, that's when they
That's when they knew I was the police. Okay.
Well, they call it like a regular car. He even got paint took on the side with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Alright.
So I got a question.
Yeah.
Well, they know I said this.
Well, yes. At some point it's going to come out. Okay. But we're gonna here's how we're going to try to let this operate. Okay. We're going to do our investigation, like I told you. We're going to do a diligent investigation. We're going to spend time with each and every person, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to get DNA from everyone. All right. DNA is ultimately going to tell us who those guns belong to. Okay. But again, we talked about DNA is not going to be something we're going to know right away. We're not going to know today. We're not going to know tomorrow. We're not going to know next week with DNA. Okay. So DNA is going to be a little ways off. So we're going to try to let the DNA dictate where this investigation goes and ultimately holds people accountable for their actions.
So how would they know I said it?
So obviously everything we're saying in here is being recorded.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, audio and video. So we're on camera, we're on audio. At some point, let's say hypothetically speaking, one of the 4 of you gets arrested today. All right. As part of the process of being arrested and standing accused of committing a crime, there's a process that is called discovery. Are you familiar with that? Okay, discovery is where. So let's walk through the process. Person gets arrested, they get put into the jail. Once they get put into the jail, they have X amount of time to go before a judge to where they are advised of what their charges are. At that point, they are appointed an attorney by the court if they cannot afford to hire one or have not already hired a private attorney. So at that point, they're represented. They're under representation of an attorney. Okay, and then from there, you have future court dates that are scheduled. Now, as you proceed and go through the court process, the attorney who is hired, who you either personally hire or who the court appoints to represent you, that attorney begins going back and looking at all the evidence in the case. Okay, and he files a motion for discovery. All right, what that is he files a motion before the court, and he orders the state of Florida, which is the state attorney's office, he orders them to turn over all of the evidence that they have against his client who is being accused of committing the crime. Okay, as part of that evidence, they look at the physical evidence that is collected, in this case, during the traffic stop. They look at evidence in
what evidence was
the guns. The guns. It's my knowledge that's it. Okay, so and then we'll swab the guns for DNA, so there'll be some DNA evidence.
What about the video?
So then in addition, then you have witness statements and or co-defendant statements. Okay, so we haven't determined what part of this involvement you have, whether you are a co-defendant, meaning that you're going to get charged, or whether you're going to be a witness to something that happened today. So that's why we have to talk to everyone. That's why I'm hesitant. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. There's nothing here. I'm not trying to trick you. We're not nothing. I have to talk to everyone and listen to their statements before we're able to evaluate all of the facts and evidence and make an informed decision based on that.
So basically, I'm still going to jail.
Not necessarily. That is not what I'm saying.
Talk to everybody else.
That is not at all what I'm saying. Okay, I am saying that there is a possibility. If you're asking me, is it possible that you are going to jail? That is possible.
How?
Okay. Huh?
How?
Well, because someone has to explain ownership of those guns. Okay, you have given me your statement. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I have no reason. I have to see if someone can help corroborate your statement.
So what if nobody does?
Or somebody can refute it. Okay. So
So
there were three other people who were in that car, and I still have to talk to those people.
So worst case scenario, what if?
Worst case scenario, everybody goes to jail, and y'all work it out through DNA. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to ultimately pinpoint who needs to be held accountable.
No, I know what you're saying. What I'm saying, what if they tell me and say?
I think we're playing hypotheticals at this point. I can't play what if. We can play the what if game all day long. Okay.
Until we talk to them, there's no what if game.
If you just be somewhat patient with us and let us do what we do, and we'll let the cards fall where they may. Okay.
But they will know I said something.
At some point. Okay. I'm not going to advertise it. I'm not going to tell them what you said. I'm not going to tell your brother what you said. Okay. And after I talk to them, I'm not going to come in here and I'm not going to tell you what each individual one of them said, because I don't do business that way, because that's not good business. I understand that causes friction. All right. And I don't want to put you, your family, anybody in a bad spot.
So they probably wouldn't know after they go to jail.
It'd be well down the road that they do. Okay. Okay. So now I will tell you this. I understand that. Okay. And we're not trying to keep you from making an honest living and doing what you need to do to take care of yourself and your family. Okay. So I don't want you to misunderstand me there. Okay. Now, it may not be now. Again, I don't want to jump into what ifs, but if we're playing hypotheticals and we're playing what ifs, the answer to your question, maybe I was a little off on the answer that I gave you to your question. So if we have to utilize a statement of yours to corroborate the evidence that was found in the car, then that statement is going to be included in the arrest and booking report. So they will know when they see that arrest and booking report. Does that make sense?
Who said?
Whoever gets arrested.
This is where y'all can't put it in there.
Well,
it all depends on. I don't want to tell you a yes or no answer, but I mean, if you're telling me it's the exact truth from start to beginning, and they come in and man up and give us the same story, then we're not concerned about it.
Right. It's not necessary at that point.
Okay. So what if they come and say I had it done?
Let's
let the hypotheticals. Yeah. Let us talk, and then we're going to tell you what's going on.
I'm going to ask you about one more thing. Okay. Do you have a cell phone, Diddy?
Yeah.
Is there anything on your cell phone, whether text, photos, videos, conversations, that are related to what happened today? Did you text anybody while you were stopped and you're like, hey man, we're about to go to jail, we have guns in the car, anything like that?
Oh, no.
Okay. Any phone calls to anybody that tell them to
Not
do
on my
something?
phone, no.
Any FaceTime?
No.
Any Instagram?
No.
Any Messenger?
No.
Any WhatsApp? Text now?
No.
I mean, you text half of the day.
I wasn't trying to move because I wasn't trying to get shot.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question. You just said not on my phone. No, whose phone would there be something on?
Man, y'all seen the live.
So you're talking about the live.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that somebody else wasn't talking about it, texting about it, or calling about it, or.
Oh no, I just seen the live.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you be willing to give us permission to look at your phone? We would look at it with you. And all I'm concerned about is the activity of today with conversations that would suggest that you had knowledge of guns in that car.
You have to look at it now.
Okay. You don't have a problem with that?
No.
Okay. So, listen, I'm going to get you to sign. If you
I'll
want to
grab all-
grab it.
yeah.
Which one is yours?
What case it is? It's a clear case. What's that?
This is a form, a consent to search form, where you're telling us that you're giving us permission to look at your phone. All right.
So my brother been under 80, he'll be able to go home today?
We'll know more when I talk to him. He said he just turned 17 or just turned 18?
Just turned 17.
Okay. I need you to give me a number for your parents so we can call them and let them know what's going on.
I don't have no parents. They passed away.
Your parents are deceased?
Yeah.
Who takes care of him?
That's who?
Your brother.
Which one?
The clear one.
This one?
Yeah. I mean, I'm grown. You ain't gotta call nobody. I'm my own man.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about on his behalf. Who looks out for him? Do you look out for him?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm
so you're kind of the one that watches over him.
Yeah.
Okay. How long have your parents been deceased?
My mom and my dad.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm saying my grandparents. I get that right.
Your what?
My grandparents. They're gone.
Oh no, I asked you about your parents. You told me your parents
No,
were
my
deceased.
grandparents.
Oh, okay.
Is your phone dead?
Let me see.
Powered off.
Let me see.
Yeah, that's it. Just give me a plug in. Let me see if I can find that out.
If need be, we can put it on the charger while we go talk to your brother.
Where's Keisha and them at now?
They are still in the car because we only have a limited amount of space in the rooms here.
So y'all bring them in.
Y'all will be separate. You'll be back out there, and we'll bring them in.
They'll be back inside the hot car.
Back where?
Back in the hot car.
Is it hot in there?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
We were sweating bad.
Okay. I'll try to make sure they get it as cool as they can for you.
It keeps like the air's on full blast, but you can't feel it through that.
That partition makes it a little harder. What model iPhone is that?
iPhone XR.
XR. Does it have a password on it?
Yeah.
What's the password?
It's a face recognition.
But it still has a backup for a number. I want to show you this real quick. This is a picture of that Taco Bell restaurant. I'm across the street looking at Taco Bell. Where did you guys film that video? On this side of the street or on that other side of the street? Behind the Taco Bell?
Yeah.
So if I go into the parking lot, now I'm in the parking lot of Taco Bell. I'm trying to get in the parking lot of Taco Bell. There's this building behind here. Behind that building?
Yeah.
Okay. That's where y'all were doing video. quick. Let him sign it.
Before. So it's I, Anthony D. Hoskins, do hereby authorize and give my permission to Detective C.J. Berry, who has identified him or herself to me as a law enforcement officer employed by the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, to take possession of and with the necessary assistance of a computer forensic examiner and/or authorized law enforcement agent to make a full and complete search of my computer peripherals, cellular phones, and related media located at 311 West Monroe Street, the CJIC office, which is here.
Put
Okay.
your phone back up there and listen to what he's saying.
I'm here.
I just want to make sure you understand him, okay?
I've been advised that law enforcement officers are engaged in an investigation concerning an alleged violation of federal and/or state laws utilizing computer, audiovisual, or digital technology. I do authorize and give permission to said law enforcement officers to take any computers, computer peripherals, cellular phones, and related media or devices which may or might have connection, value, or relevance as evidence in said investigation. You understand? Huh? Okay.
So basically what he's saying is, so just explain me what all this summed up to me. Let me share it.
So basically, with us, when we're going to go through your phone, okay, we're doing it with you, but when we go through your phone, you're basically giving us permission to do it.
Yeah, okay.
We're not coercing you, we're not making you do it, anything like that. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So it says the above law enforcement officer has fully and fairly advised me of my rights as followed. And then you'll mark them that I have a right to refuse consent to the search of my property, that I have any computers, computer peripherals, cellular phones, and related media found by said officers in the course of their search can be used as evidence against me or others in a court of law. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
So if I can just get you to initial those two where the blue are.
Somebody, I guess they got on Mookie Live because my baby
Hold on,
mama.
hold on.
Oh.
Let's finish this first, okay? Okay? It says, I fully understand and appreciate these rights and acknowledge that I am hereby given consent and permission to conduct the search of the computers, related peripherals, cellular phones, and related media or devices solely because of my intent to freely and voluntarily cooperate and assist in this investigation. I have not been promised anything or been threatened or coerced in any way, nor has any inducement of any kind been held out to me in return for this consent and permission to search. Do you understand? Okay.
That's a bunch of fancy words that are saying, we haven't promised you anything. In other words, we haven't told you you're going to go home tonight if you let us do this. Okay, you're doing this because you want to help clear your name and you want to help show us that you didn't have anything to do with this. Does that make sense?
So if you'll sign right there where it says sign, just sign your name. So the time right now is 4/9/2020, and right now it is 6:01.
It'll be it'll be that or an FCIC number or FCI.
Just don't
ID
don't
number across
answer
the
or
bottom.
talk to anybody right now. Alright, so you said who went now?
Oh, so I guess they went on Mookie Live or somebody that they see.
Who did?
My baby mama. She said, I'm trying to get your car so they don't impound it. I guess they see that. I guess she
Well,
see
Mookie was on live, and he knows the police were there. I mean, everybody that was watching it,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. I guess that's how they know. I don't know who this is, but that's Logan. He was saying, y'all good. I guess that's one thing you asked him, was y'all good? And that's
Oh,
it.
okay.
He asked me what he good.
Okay, that's what, who's Crazy K?
That's my baby mom.
But that's not,
No.
okay. So was there,
I just put her name as my girlfriend and see that. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, kid. Why okay?
oh, okay. What, So is there any conversation in here that people talk about the guns? Does Tyler say anything about it, or Simmons? Huh? Do you have any pictures showing them with the guns that would prove that it's their guns?
Is that a text thread with Tyler? Just look at the text thread and see what the text.
I think he says y'all agree.
But what about the ones before that? See if anything else.
Just some pictures.
We said lock me in to my number. Saying about the cameraman when we did the video.
Who's the cameraman?
I don't know his name.
The white dude?
Yeah, I don't know his name.
You don't know his name? Where does he live at?
I don't know that either. I don't go pick him up. He just come to the video shoot.
Do you know his phone number?
Oh, no.
Okay.
And then, that's it.
Have you ever seen those two guns?
What about K? Why not K?
Okay. That's it. He just told me that he was on the way
To come pick you up today?
Yeah. Let
me see that.
That's yesterday.
Do you mind if I look? What's the location? What is he sending you that for?
I showed him where I was, and he showed me where he was and stuff. See, so I told him, see your current location. That was yesterday, though.
And that's right there by the Taco Bell, right? Wait, does he work at the Taco Bell?
Yeah.
That's his job location.
Mm-hmm. He works at Taco Bell.
Yeah.
He told me he worked there.
So this is when? This is yesterday at 8 o'clock last night?
It was yesterday at like...
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I texted him at 8 o'clock and said, hey.
Okay. Does he have your car right now, or is there another time that...
Was he in possession of your car at that time?
Yeah.
He had your car here?
Yeah, but he was at home from getting the shower.
Right. But he kept the car all night, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but you're saying I told you to come get me.
He said, bro, I was in the shower. Like, I thought he was coming at that time. I said, bro, I told you to come get me. He said, I'm in the shower.
Where's your mom live at?
She live in Jacksonville too. She live on Fort.
So, but last night
What's
you said
mom's name?
Tambre.
Spell
TAMBRA. She changed her number so many times. So I don't know.
it. What's her last name?
DYDELL.
That's it?
Yeah.
Didell?
Yeah.
so.
So if I go ahead.
So you said last night he had your car all night. So what point did he drop you off last night?
He jumped me like during the day. I'm saying he jumped out during the day. He had my car all night. That's what I told him.
This is saying different though. This is 8 o'clock last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
8:48, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said he had it all night. He dropped you off during the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's telling you, you got my car. So when did he? So at 8 o'clock last night, or 10:53 on the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when did
that was the date? That was that's a yesterday. So, how did I say yesterday on the way? That was at 10, but he never did come. So I stayed home.
With mom or baby mama?
I stayed home with baby mom.
So if we go to your baby mama, she's gonna be able to say that's.
Yeah, she said I stayed my all right.
Without your car?
Without my car.
Okay. What's her name?
Nellie Pierre.
What is it?
Nellie, NELIE.
Just one L?
Yeah.
Last name is Pierre?
Yeah.
PIE?
Mm-hmm.
RRE?
Mm-hmm. You can FaceTime her. I'll FaceTime right now until I stayed all night. Yeah, I said no, that I stayed all night. I can tell you that.
Do you have any pictures of them holding guns or anything like that?
Videos, pictures,
anything?
Just beside that video shoot.
Can you go to that video shoot?
Just pull the pictures up and look at the pictures.
Yeah.
That's it.
What's that picture right there?
Which one? See, there's nothing.
Is that a gun in his hand?
No, that wasn't a gun. That was that flag.
Yeah, but he didn't have a gun in it?
Mm-mm.
Huh?
Mm-mm.
That you holding that Draco?
Yeah.
Who'd you get it from?
That was that prop. I see now y'all said it's not a prop, so I was thinking it was a prop. I'm still why I said it's a prop. We got it from it was some white dude. I forgot his name.
You can manually. If that's it.
You're trying to do a video.
Yeah. No. It's that one.
It's my like this.
Mm-hmm. Drag it.
Mm.
There's definitely.
Mm-hmm.
There it was right there. There.
That's me. That's somebody else. That's not his. That's not his hand. See, his hand got a black
That's his
tip.
hand.
No, that's most definitely not his
That's
hand.
his extension of his arm. I can see his arm.
That's most definitely not his arm. I'll tell you that now.
Who is it?
That's somebody else that's in the video. See? Go keep going.
Yep, you're right.
Keep going. See,
That's the
not
left arm.
Exactly. That's not his arm.
You are correct.
I told you. That's somebody back there.
Who is that?
There's definitely something in this little bandana, and that's the same bandana that was seized today with a gun.
Who's that right there?
His little brother, isn't it?
No.
No, that's PZ, ain't it?
It look like it's right there.
That looked like the gun that was in the car today.
No, that car got a beam on it. That gun got a beam on it.
Who's that right there?
No, I don't know all their names. I don't know. All I know is Mookie. I don't know all their names.
Email this video to yourself.
Do it. Should it come from my phone
Probably
number?
any other.
We just need to do a complete download.
Well, we need to see what else is on there because that could be.
Let me show you something. That's just us talking thing around. That's basically it. Besides that, juju. There's nothing wrong here right now.
Is this in Tyler's backyard? Is that you with a gun?
Yeah.
What gun is that?
That's a problem.
Anthony, don't allow yourself to get caught up in something you don't need to be caught up in, man. Alright?
Yes, sir.
What I told you earlier, we're all accountable for our own actions. Okay?
Just leave that right there for right now.
There's probably a lot more on there.
Mm-hmm.
When did you come to Jacksonville this time? What day did you come down here?
29.
Of March?
Yeah.
So you've been here since March 29th? Okay. Where have you been staying since then?
My baby mom's house.
Okay.
When was the last time you saw a soldier with a gun?
Now that's most definitely fake. That's a BB gun.
When was that?
That was March 30th. That's a BB gun right there. That was fake. I know for a fact. See, a little hole on this little.
How do you know it's a fact? How do you know it's fake?
Because I loaded the pellets inside of it. That's a pellet gun. See, he just put it down. That was a pellet gun.
That's in his front yard?
Where's that gun at?
It's at. What's that little gun, man? But I know it's a pellet gun though.
Is that your gun? Is that your gun?
That pellet gun? No.
Whose gun is it?
Nah, I don't know. I think it was like his mom. Look, it's a pellet gun. No, I know that gun was pellet.
You think it was his mom's?
I think so.
Did he bring that out to the car?
I had brought her out there from his mom.
From his mom?
Yeah, we tried to shoot the cat.
They were trying to shoot a cat?
Yeah, because it was out there running around. No, it was a miss. It was just playing with the cat.
You want to go to jail for animal cruelty?
Yeah, that either. Oh man, I'm glad I didn't hit it.
Alright.
grab all those on email.
You know what I'm saying? My email gonna pop on there.
Or they're gonna go to my email.
I'm saying it's gonna say that it showed that it came from me.
I mean, they're coming from you.
I'm saying you gonna let them see that it came from you?
Like, what do you explain to you later or earlier?
I wasn't in Jacksonville right now. You can see that.
Yeah, I see it's March 23rd. Is this a FaceTime thing, you know?
Yeah, that when he first got out. You can't hear nothing because it's a screen record.
What is your allegiance to these guys, aside from the fact that y'all went to school together?
Just good homeboys.
Okay. Is being good homeboys with somebody more important than your freedom?
Whatever.
I think you
Not even your freedom, your life. Because you know what they did in the rap video at his house. Alright?
But it is him.
You know who they called out. ATK and Queso.
What does ATK mean to you? If I say ATK, what does that mean? You don't know what ATK is?
They must be.
Come on. You don't know what ATK is?
No.
Do you know who Queso is?
Yeah.
Huh?
Mm-mm. Let's get my head.
Oh shit, yo, what the fuck going on, man? That's cool with them motherfucking back, man.
That says KTA Thursday. What does that mean?
What you say? Oh, that's my Snapchat name.
I just pray that, you know.
KTA Thursday? That's your Snapchat name?
If you go to this right here. KTAM. I just put it on there.
What's KTA mean?
No, I just know Mookie can see it, so I just put it on there.
It's hard for me to leave on.
Yeah.
Don't be so serious. Like, I just.
Now we're starting to get into the dishonesty portion of this conversation because you're not being honest about that. You're in this thing a little bit deeper than you're trying to. You're trying to distance yourself, and it ain't working. And
That's from Georgia.
okay, yeah, that's 26.
Yeah, that's from Georgia.
You said you came out on 29th.
Who's got the head thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's Mookie's thing. I had it.
What does it mean?
I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what it means. I know y'all told me we're hiring our staff from Young Rufus.
You knew that.
How?
Come on, man. These are your boys. Not ours.
That's on YouTube.
Is it?
Yeah, that's on YouTube.
Okay. Is there a number on there?
Mm-mm. I'll just get the That's a funny video because they recorded it while he was asleep. Well, don't send it. My face is in there.
Huh?
My face is in there.
It's
So I can
crap.
crop it to make my face not be in there.
This is what happens when you put yourself in situations like this.
Tyler's not allowed to have guns.
That's a fake gun, though. He can play with BB guns.
Who said?
My question is this: why in the world? Why would he put himself in that situation? That's, you know what I mean? That's just really silly.
I don't know how long
It's you still gotta talk to all of them. Your brother first, and then Tyler and Keyshawn.
That way you make sure you got everything you need.
So you sent that one, right?
Yeah.
So that that puts him same day, pretty much same time, same
Yeah.
gun.
Anthony.
That's me.
This is you?
Yeah. That's me.
What gun is that?
That's not the gun that was. No, that's not it. That's another gun I got in Georgia. Though I seen Saturday. That was thought I was in Georgia. See, that's when it come down to why I got down here.
When did you come down here?
March 29th. That's what he told me.
March 29th. What was Saturday?
My daddy has license for that gun. I don't think he want that shared.
What do you mean?
My daddy has license for that gun I'm holding right there.
Okay.
But you're in Jacksonville when you're holding it.
What's
Where's that gun now?
Hmm?
Where's that gun now? Because you're in Jacksonville when you're holding that gun.
It's gone now. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean it's gone?
Like, it's not here no more.
Well, where is it?
Back in Georgia.
How'd it get there?
I went back to Georgia.
When?
When I went back to Georgia? I went back Friday. We came back
up
down.
to 5 or 6 p.m.
Hmm?
You're
up to number 5.
Up to 5.
Yeah, so the next one he said would be 5.
You know what I'm saying? I left and came back.
Okay. Bottom line is this. You're not being completely honest with us about a lot of stuff.
I am being
Okay.
honest.
You're not. Okay. And I'm telling you you're not. Especially about the YNR, the KTA, and all that stuff. You can't tell me that you're just doing that because somebody else does it. You know what it means, and unfortunately it's going to end up costing you or somebody else their life. Because these fools don't play. Alright? And I don't know how much you know about them, or because you're not telling us, but you're
My stepdad.
going to get, you're putting yourself in a really, really bad spot by repping all this stuff against one of these other groups. Alright?
I apologize, man.
I don't want you to apologize, bro. Alright? What I want you to do is I want you to understand that you got a lot of potential. You got a lot more potential than most people do.
Yes, sir.
And you're pissing it away by hanging out with these clowns, getting yourself wrapped up in this stuff.
Yes, sir.
There's too many people like you that are getting killed on a daily basis with foolishness. Too many murders. I worked in homicide for several years. I've seen too many dead young black men that have been killed for nothing. Just foolishness because of stuff like this. Somebody getting on there talking shit about somebody else on a video. Somebody wearing something.
Yes, sir.
I don't understand. I cannot understand why you guys are doing all this stuff and bringing all this hate and discontent. If anything, you guys should be banding together
Yes, sir.
to do something positive instead of, if y'all want to make music and send positive messages out there, there's plenty of stuff that you can do. But all you're doing is creating hate and discontent. And what it's doing is it's leading up to all these murders. I don't understand it, man. I'm telling you right now, you can sit here and try to tell me I don't know this, I don't know that, that's a bunch of garbage. You know that's a bunch of garbage. All right? And if at the end of the day that's the story you want to tell us and that's what you want to do, then it's entirely up to you, okay? Because here's how this is going to play out. This is an opportunity. We've given you every opportunity to come in here and be completely honest with us. All right? Tell us everything that you know and everything that you've been involved in. Let's leave nothing left, no stone left unturned. Let's get everything out in the open so that there's no surprises down the road. Because the last thing you want is a surprise. The last thing you want is to go and stand in a court of law or go to a deposition. You know what a deposition is?
I think you already seen that.
I didn't say that. You know what a deposition is?
Mm-hmm.
What is a deposition?
Oh, no, I don't.
Right. Okay. So the last thing I want for you to do is I want for you to leave out of here without telling us something that was truthful. Okay? In other words, you leave out of here and you have told us something that is not the truth, or you have just completely omitted it because you didn't want to tell us. And then some information gets developed later on down the line.
Is that Keyshawn?
Right there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then other information gets developed later on down the line. Listen to me. Okay? That proves that you came in here and told a lie. And then you go to a deposition, and a deposition is where you go in and give sworn statement or sworn testimony, meaning you raise your right hand and they put you under oath. And that's the same oath that you would take if you were in a courtroom and there was a judge sitting beside you. And they ask you, the testimony you're about to give, Mr. Hoskins, is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And you swear and you say, yes, that's the truth, right? And then you get in a deposition and you get hammered by a defense attorney about all the lies that you told. Okay? Does that make it look like you're trying to be cooperative and you're trying to tell everything that you know?
No, sir.
No. Does that make you look like a liar?
No, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to be known as a liar? Is that the reputation you want to have? And I'm sure you don't want to have a reputation as a snitch either, because you know there's consequences of that. And I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want you to be in a bad spot. But you're trying to minimize your involvement with these guys and minimize the amount of information you know. And it's going to catch up to you. And I hope it doesn't catch up to you in a bad way to where it cost you your life or somebody who's very close to you their life. Because these clowns that y'all are beefing with and feuding back and forth with are nasty. And if they can't get you, what are they going to go after? The closest thing to you, right? This ain't a game. This ain't a game, bro. It's not a game.
The only thing I know about, you know what I'm saying, KTA.
Mm-hmm.
I can show them something.
You know Trey
Murray.
BMK second.
No, I know what it is. I'm thinking that's what KTA stands for. I see KTA, they say kill them all. I think that's what it stands for. That's the only thing I can tell you.
What is ATK?
Nah, I'm saying that's not anything that I actually learned about, talked about.
Okay.
I don't know.
What is YNR? What is your knowledge? I want to hear what you think we told you. What is YNR? And who is part of YNR?
It's like y'all named up.
What is YNR?
Young and Ruthless.
Okay. But what is it?
Awesome. It's like family. They say it's like family.
Okay. Who says it's like family?
Mookie said it's like family. Like.
Okay. Let's get to the foundation of it. All right. You know what the foundation is?
Things around it.
Foundation is what things are built on. All right. Like a house. You pour a foundation. We pour concrete and we build a house on it. Right. Mm-hmm. So let's start at the foundation. Who founded YNR?
Now that I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know that.
Okay. So you don't know who founded YNR?
No.
Okay. Who are people who are in YNR that you know of?
Like you said, Mookie.
Slugger. Crazy K. Who else?
What does this mean to you?
Just three. Dropping three.
Okay, let's be honest. Okay, because one of the pictures you're doing it.
You know what I'm saying? Just dropping threes. You know what I'm saying? Just dropping the three.
Who created that?
I don't think y'all know him though.
Give me a name.
His name Pop Out. That's the only thing I know about is Pop Out. He just
Was it for YNR?
I think that's like knowing it the same YNR. You know what I'm saying? Or KTA. You know what I'm saying? It's three, so it's three. So that's the only thing I know.
But it's supposed to represent YNR.
I think so. Yeah.
If you're a part of YNR, you do that hand sign, right?
I wouldn't say that. Because
I'm not doing it.
Because why else would you do it?
Because it's for a video shoot. That's the only thing I'm saying. If you're in a video shoot, you gotta do what they're doing so it can look like a good video.
Trying to minimize your involvement. Okay. 3 of us are together. So we drive to a bank for the purpose of committing a robbery. Alright, we're going to go rob the bank. I'm driving. You guys go inside the bank. Things don't go as planned. One of you shoots and kills somebody inside the bank. Alright. Obviously, you guys are in some serious trouble. Am I in the same trouble that you are, or am I in less trouble?
I would think you'd be in less because they don't have proof that you did that.
I'm the same. I drove y'all there for the purpose to commit a robbery, and I'm getting charged with felony murder. I didn't go there to kill that person. I drove y'all there to say y'all go commit a robbery. Right?
Oh yeah, true.
Right?
I'm saying I don't know nothing about all this stuff.
I understand that, but what I'm telling you is that your association, I'm wrong for my association with you two for going to plan and commit a robbery. I'm telling you right now, you are wrong, and you are not being truthful about your association with these guys. And you can tell me, prop this, I want to make this look good, we got to make the video look good. That's a bunch of baloney. You're in this thing way more than you're portraying it to be. And it's going to cause some problems for you. Okay? Because I told you, these people that y'all are, this ATK stuff and KTA and all these disses that are going on in these videos are not just being taken lightly. They're being taken literal, and people are acting out on these. And they're actively seeking out and killing people because of what's being said in these videos.
You understand what we're saying?
Mm-hmm.
We know.
That's why I barely come down here last day in Georgia.
You need to stay your behind away from here is what you need to do, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We know that gun's not a problem. You know that gun's not a problem. You're just trying to minimize it because you were holding the gun. Am I wrong?
I'm just telling y'all what was told to me. What was told to me was a prop. And I didn't pop the clip out or look at it or nothing like that. It was told me it was a prop. A prop means a BB gun. If y'all don't really know what props mean.
Who else is part of YNR? Are you part of YNR? Do you consider yourself YNR?
No.
Okay, you just read the KTA the same that some of these other guys do that are in YNR.
I was just doing KTA for video.
You do KTA for the video, you're in a picture doing the hand sign for 3, you're hanging out with them, they're committing crimes while you're with them.
They ain't commit no crime while with them.
Yeah, they are. They're not allowed to have a gun. They're committing crimes.
Oh, I thought you saying like wanting to do like, you know what I'm saying?
So you, sir, are on your way to being a documented gang member yourself.
I just named 4 ways to make you a gang member.
I told you, you got a lot going for you, and you're pissing it away.
Yes, sir.
So take a couple minutes and collect your thoughts. We're going to go talk to your brother, and we'll reconvene. All right? If you need something, just knock on the door.
Is you in your room as a room?
Mm-hmm.
He's scared. I think he's scared.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just say something to him, let him know, hey man, just tell the truth? Because he's scared. He's fidgety. I just want to tell him, just let me talk to him.
All right, give me 1 second.
Oh shit. Locked you again.
Yeah.
Both y'all got
I got locked in.
All right, hold on. We're gonna let you talk to him, okay?
All right.
Just a few minutes.
Excuse me.
You want to talk to him?
Yeah, man. He's scared.
All right.
I got you. Hey, can I talk to you too?
Yeah.
Alright, so, you know, man.
Give me just a minute. All right. I'll come back. I'll come back to you in just a minute. All right.
Can I use the bathroom? I want to use the bathroom.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to use the bathroom.
Yo, Doc.
Yeah, is you in the room with him?
Mm-mm.
Can you hear when the officers come in right quick?
Yes. Yeah, give me a minute, okay? I'll call him.
I need to talk to him about. I need to ask, is he actually cooperating? What is he saying?
I'll let him know that, and he'll come over here and talk to you in a second, okay?
Hey, boy.
What's up?
One more thing. Give me 4 seconds. I like to sit here. Alright, so listen. I'm pretty sure you know what's going on with them.
Mm-hmm.
With everything you know that's going on, what you think? Man? Be honest with me.
About y'all?
Yeah.
As long as you're being truthful, I think everything should be good with y'all. But again, I'm not in here with y'all, so I don't know what you said and what he said and stuff like that. I can only listen. Once they come out and talk to me, I can only hear what they have to say. So I don't know what's been said. If you're cooperating, you know, and telling the truth, then it could go very well for you. But
so you don't know nothing else.
I'm waiting. They're finishing up with him, and then
How long they got left?
I don't know. It just all depends on what he's saying and what he's talking about. So if there's stuff you left out or there's stuff you didn't tell him, you need to be honest too. So don't leave anything behind. This is your time to shine. So y'all want to get onto the road, then if you got something to say, I tell them everything. So, but they should be done here shortly, I would think, with him. So
you said as soon as they get done with him, that's when they decide if they let us go or not?
they'll let you know what they're going to do.
As soon as they get done with him?
They should, in that sense.
All right, can you ask one of you guys to come over?
Yep, give me a minute. Okay.
You the share on us?
Yeah, man. I'm trying to
He trying to
Trying to get
listen.
your mind right?
He trying to listen. Is all he trying to do.
to see if he's cooperating, man.
We'll stop back over there so we can sit normal unless you really want to sit. You want to sit there?
No.
Okay. Get your hat.
If he's talking to you,
Okay.
is he talking like he's supposed to?
He's trying. His.
Man, I told you.
Alright, so I think you need to give yourself some of the same advice you gave him. Okay? Because he's telling us a slightly different version of events of how things unfolded during the traffic stop. So maybe he took it literal. Maybe he did take your advice, maybe, and told us what he saw from his perspective, which is a little different than yours. Okay. So, is there anything?
Just a bare minimum. What you told us and what he saw and he told us. You come over there and gave him that advice. We didn't tell you to come give him that advice. We didn't do any of that.
Just get
I'm saying, is he saying that?
Well, let's not focus on him.
I'm saying like, is it coming to the point where he's saying like it's mine?
No.
Oh, I was going to say
no. But there's, I think, like I told you earlier, you know more and you're involved more than what you're telling us. Okay. So, run me back through what happened during the traffic stop. Let me ask you this. Are you going to be concerned about your DNA coming back on any of those guns?
Not really, because it was wrapped up in the bandana.
Okay. So did you touch it?
The bandana?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I touched
the bandana that had the gun inside of it?
Yeah, and I gave it back because Mookie put it on me, and I was like, "No, bro." And I gave it to Keyshawn.
Okay, but that's not what you told us originally.
This how it originally went.
Okay, well tell me.
All right,
let's clear the story.
No BS. The exact chain of events.
Follow your own advice that you gave your little brother. All right.
He was like, "You got to take that." I was like,
"Who said that?"
Okay.
At what point does this conversation take place? Are you guys stopped, or is he behind you with the lights on? At what point does this?
I think he was behind us with the lights on.
Okay.
I don't know who was actually stopped. I know if we got actually stopped, he was getting out of the car. You know what I'm saying? So all that wouldn't happen at the same time. So I'm believing that he was behind us.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So he put it on Keyshawn. Keyshawn put it on me. He was like, "You gotta take that." And I was like, "No." And I put it back on Keyshawn. I was like, "You better put that up."
And then what did Keyshawn say?
They put it in the glove box, like I told you.
Who put it in the glove box?
Keyshawn.
You sure?
I can't, because if you like because you want to stop this. If you seen my head, I didn't lean nowhere. I think that's where he get mixed up at. I think that's where he get mixed up saying that I put it in there.
Mm-hmm.
No. When he put it on me, I put it on Keyshawn. I said, "You gotta put that. That's you."
Is this before he ever makes it to the car?
I think he was getting out at this point. I think. I don't want to tell no lie.
No, that's okay. I mean, I know things are probably happening pretty quick.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to tell no lie, so I don't know if he actually. I don't know for a fact. I didn't lean over because I had seatbelt on.
Okay.
Seatbelt smashes and locks, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that and try to put it in. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think would have happened if he would have walked up to the car and seen you with a gun in your hand?
Exactly. That's the point I'm talking about. He would have fired shots if he seen it in my hand.
Do you think he would have been justified in doing that?
You said he been in trouble?
No. Do you think he would be justified in doing it? If he walks up to the car and you have a gun in your hand.
Justified? What you mean by that?
Do you think he would have a lawful right to?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. He wouldn't be wrong.
All right. So here's what I'm trying to explain to you. Okay. This is what I want to evolve into a life lesson for you.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much that goes on in this world, and there's so many people who point the fingers at the police and say, "The police did this, the police did that, the police killed my friend, they did this."
Yes, sir.
But what the message that fails to get out is the fact and the actions that were taken by the person that led the police to take the action that they had to take.
Yes, sir.
The four of you guys in that car today almost forced him to make probably the most difficult decision that a policeman would ever have to make, and that is to use their gun. Okay?
You gonna make you use your gun?
Huh? If you guys are passing around a gun as he is walking up to a car.
I thought you were saying that he...
No.
Oh, okay.
What I'm trying to explain to you is this.
I understand what you're saying. I thought you were saying that we made him do that today. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm trying to explain to you is this. Alright? People in general, there seems to be more and more distrust of the police. That people don't trust the police because they think the police are bad, they think the police are good. Okay? That's not true at all. Now, I'm not saying there are not bad ones out there.
Okay?
There are. There are. Because there are, I think
when people get mixed up.
It doesn't matter what line of work, what profession, there are bad, there are good, and there are bad. There's really good school teachers, there's really bad ones. Alright? There's really good policemen, there's really bad ones. There's really good corporate CEOs, there's really bad ones who steal money and hide money from. There's really good athletes, there's really bad athletes. You can say across the board what it is. Okay? But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to get, the message I'm trying to get across to you is this. If you get stopped by the police, did anything bad happen to you today?
No.
Okay. Nothing bad happened. You didn't get beat up, you didn't get shot, you didn't get abused, nothing, right? You know why? Because you cooperated, you were respectful, and you did everything that we asked you to do.
Correct.
Okay?
But
but if you're passing that gun around when a policeman is walking up to a car, and one of you guys takes that gun to hand it to the other person, and you accidentally point that gun at him, what do you expect him to do?
Fire a shot.
Okay.
He gonna have to, because he have to take his self.
Correct. But what I'm trying to tell you is that it doesn't need to get to that point. If there's a gun in the car, you keep your hands where the policeman can see your hands, and the policeman comes up and talks to you, and when he asks you, or as you're having your conversation, your interaction, whatever it may be with him, you say, officer, I just want to let you know that there's a gun in the car. I'm not doing anything to try to reach for it. It's for your safety and for mine. I don't want anything to happen to you, and I don't want anything to happen to me.
I got a question.
Okay.
Where was my hands at when you see me?
They were up.
They was up.
Okay.
I left them up. I
Okay.
know they. I knew. You know.
I'm just trying to make you understand and to give you some advice in the event you get stopped by police again, or you find yourself in the situation again. Don't be passing damn guns around in the car, because something bad is bound to happen.
Yes, sir.
All right.
But I know my DNA. I know because there's a flag wrapped around it.
Okay.
Because I know one. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So you know that you took a part in passing the gun off that was passed to you.
They set it on my lap. I'm like, what you doing? No, here. You know what I'm saying? Anything to sit on me.
Okay. Mookie passed the gun to Keyshawn.
Mm-hmm.
Keyshawn passed it to you.
Yeah.
You passed it back to Keyshawn.
Yeah, like, get that off of me. Because I'm saying, if I pass on to you and you don't want it, what you gonna do?
All right.
Pass it back to me.
Who are y'all having beef with right now?
Who is me?
You.
My KTA?
Yes.
ATK.
Okay. Why?
I'm thinking because of that young and age shooting.
Which one?
When the 3 people died.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, yeah.
It all goes back to that.
I'm thinking that's what it is, yeah.
Okay. Who's responsible for that?
Oh, no, that don't.
Who's claiming responsibility for it?
KTA, I think.
Okay. Do you know who specifically in KTA?
Oh no, I know. I was in Georgia when the shooting actually happened.
Is Mookie claiming responsibility for it?
He
sings about it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he sings about it, but he's saying he's not, because some guy got on live today and was like, you know what I'm saying? Why you claiming that movie? Like, I never said I physically did that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure he's he didn't do it.
You think he did?
I don't think he got it in his heart. He's not even from Jacksonville. I don't think he got it in his heart.
What about Crazy K?
Oh, no. He's not that. I'm telling you, dog.
Who out of KTA has it in their heart to do it?
You know what I'm saying? Did I actually think?
Yeah.
To be honest, I think all excuse my language.
You ain't gonna offend. Trust me, I've been a policeman longer than you've been alive. You ain't gonna say nothing that's gonna offend me.
I think all of them really bitches. Like they just put on. You know what I'm saying? Like they just put on. I really don't think
They ain't got no crash dummies that'll go out there and just do shoot for them.
Who do you think did it? Who have you heard done it?
I never heard anybody. They're not gonna tell who actually done it. You know that, right? They're not gonna actually say, "Oh, this guy done it," so he can go around the world. They're not gonna do that. So I'm not gonna.
What's the street saying? Who did it?
I know they just saying KTA. That's one thing they're saying. KTA did that.
Who's they saying it?
Just like fans, basically. Like every time Mookie them go live, they be fans be like, "Hey man, I seen what y'all did." Woo, woo. Just simple jump. That's it. When I get on their live, that's what they saying. I don't. My face in the camera.
Are you friends with Fulio? Are you cool with Fulio?
Yeah.
Y'all are cool.
No, not like I know. I only met him one time. It was at a music video show. Like he had a show opening for the Migos that was like a while back.
Okay. But
my Fulio got a 6 on his neck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But no beef there. Y'all are cool.
Oh no.
What about Mookie and him? They're cool.
Yeah, they cool.
How cool are they? Do you know if they talk on a regular basis? They FaceTime on a regular basis?
I don't know if they FaceTime or do like that. I know they get on live with each other. If y'all go to Instagram, on YouTube and type in Bookie's name, it's live with each other. You know what I'm saying? That's something I know.
Okay.
I said I don't really be down here.
Who'd y'all slide on the other night?
The other night.
Mm-hmm.
It's really important you answer this question truthfully.
Nobody. Not me. I stay at my baby mama's house. I got a child. I got a 3-year-old little daughter.
Okay. I'm gonna bring your brother's phone in here. I'm gonna show you text messages between you and your brother.
My brother?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where you told him he better not say shit about a shooting.
Oh, he's when I first came down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I told him, I said, you guys said nothing shooting about to Slugger. Because Slugger get mad, you know what I'm saying?
What shooting?
Like, anything they got into it with. I don't know what shooting they've been in, but I'm saying they always talk about they've been in shootings. No, it's not, that mean at nighttime. It was like, if I'm not mistaken, it was like daytime. I think I was going to pick Mookie up from West Palm Beach. As a matter of fact, yeah. And I can show you a video on my phone. I was in West Palm. I had to pick Mookie up to come down here.
Have you been home since you've been down here?
One time.
Yeah.
So it was a weekend Friday. I didn't take him with me. He stayed here with my baby mom.
Did he know you went back home?
No, that's the thing. I didn't want to tell him that. I'm gonna hate y'all. Told him that. I wouldn't want to tell him.
I didn't tell him. I just asked him a question, and he told me that you had not left. As far as he knew that you had not left.
Yeah, I ain't tell him.
Why did you get back home?
Cause I had to take my dad back here so long. What's name? I think I showed
His gun?
Yeah. I took a video with it.
Let me ask you a question. And I need you to do.
I'm being truthful with y'all right now.
If we got, so this is the thing, this is how we do things. So say y'all went and sprayed a house. All right? Police officers respond, nobody's around, nobody's hurt. They pick up shell casing. Okay? They put it in the system. If we ever find the gun that matches that shell casing,
is my DNA gonna be on it?
No, listen, hear him out. Listen, just listen.
Listen to me, okay? If we ever find the gun that matches that shell casing, we're obviously going to know, hey, whoever had this gun, so like if I stopped the car today, those two guns, okay? Those guns are going to be test fired. If those shell casings, they're basically that gun has ever been used in any other shooting, we're going to know. Do we need to be concerned about that?
No. It ain't mine. You know what I'm saying?
Guns have a fingerprint basically like we have fingerprints. Okay?
About how they fire.
The way they fire. All right? And it leaves a signature on a shell casing. So we're able to match shell casings to a specific gun. So what we want to know is that, are there going to be any incidents that those guns that were recovered from your car that are going to match any shootings that have happened?
Only eliminating my car.
Let me ask you a question. If we went to Georgia and got your dad's gun, and went, is it going to come back to any shootings here in Jacksonville?
Negative. No, sir. I don't even play with my dad like that. That's on my dead grandma. I don't play with my dad like that.
You're positive?
Positive. I'm telling y'all to God all the truth.
So you basically said, when your brother said he was on the phone with Slugger,
they say he was with Slugger.
He was with Slugger on this playing on his phone. And you said, do not bring,
don't talk about no shootings.
And he said, and you didn't reply.
Because I called him. I said, listen, this is what you do. Don't say nothing to Slugger about no shootings. Because when you say something to Slugger like that, he'd be like, how you know that? How you know this? How you know that? Then my brother don't know none of that stuff, so he can be like, oh, well, this is what was told to me. You know what I'm saying? And this, you know what I'm saying?
So is Slugger concerned that people talk about the shootings?
I'm guessing.
Is there a reason Slugger should be concerned?
Not really. I mean, I don't know how y'all, I don't know what all y'all know about Slugger. Because I don't want to say like I'm lying. I don't know what all y'all know about Slugger. The reason I'm looking y'all in y'all eyes because you know what I'm saying, my granddad taught me to be a man.
Tell us about it now.
Yeah,
that's what we should know about it.
Slugger started off playing. I'm gonna go back to his whole backstory, what I know about him. He used to play football for Arlington Seminoles. If I'm not mistaken, I think
that's right.
Yeah, he used to play football. That's how I met him. His name is Tyler. That's what I knew about him. And I left, moved to Georgia, moved back. His name was Slugger. I'm like, why they call you Slugger? He like, cause his gold teeth. They called him Slugs. I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. And I was laughing about it. You know what I'm saying? And other than that, they say he's so hard. You know, I know Tyler, like, he's not hard.
No, he's not.
At all.
He's got a damn mouth on him, that's it.
That's
somebody beat his behind.
That's it. And I already tell, like, he try to get smart with me. I'm like, bro, I'm 6'2", you standing right here to me. I do just slap you hard one time.
Right.
He's not hard, I'm telling you that.
No, I know he's not. I know he's not. I know he's nothing. But
that's the God of something I know about him. I don't know what he done did since I've been gone. Cause when I came, I know he was out. But he was in jail. He got out again. He got back in jail and said he did. like 2 years.
Let me ask you this: have y'all taken him anywhere since you've been here?
No, he said he can
Anywhere
go
away from the house?
He can't go nowhere.
Okay.
He had a little thing with him, it's like a little block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a video that y'all did in his backyard.
Mhm.
When was that?
I don't know the date.
That's okay.
I know what's involved.
Since you've been here, though?
Yeah.
So it's within the past 10 days?
Yeah, I was in the video.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it's been within the past 10 days that was filmed. And that's the one with the fire in the backyard? Y'all had a fire?
Yeah, a little bonfire.
Okay.
His mom made that fire for us.
Okay. All right. And
he just called me and was like, "Hey, we got a music video to do." I'm like, "What is it to?" He sent me the song. I'm like, "Okay, it sounds pretty straight."
Mm-hmm.
With no threatening going on. He said Queso name, but I'm saying it was no.
And what did he say about Queso?
Queso a bitch. That's it.
You don't think that's like what cause heat?
You know that's going to cause problems.
Yeah, I mean, it's Queso. That's one person I can say that on. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up killer.
Yeah. Queso.
So does it not put any? Do you have any doubt that if Queso was out, is in jail right now?
No, he out.
He's out.
He got out. He made bail.
So you worried about him shooting up Slugger's house?
I don't think he knows where Slugger stayed at, to be honest. But I mean,
is that why everybody's out there? They're hiding out?
Yeah, I think so.
Or do you think they're scared of Queso? Seriously?
The way they talk, that's it. I mean, I don't know how they feel inside. You know what I'm saying? That's how.
Are you scared of Queso?
Me? I ain't scared of no man but God. I mean, but I ain't gonna put myself in no predicament to go against him. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know what he can do.
When you're participating in a video where somebody's calling him out, that's putting yourself in a position to go against him.
If y'all notice in the video, when he says, you know what I'm saying, when Mookie, go and say stuff like that, my face is barely hiding.
But you're still in the video.
But you're still in the video. You're still in pictures with him. You're still in other videos with Youngin. I mean, with Mookie. Mm-hmm. Your face is out there.
Mm-hmm. What we're trying to tell you is this, bro. If they can't get to them, who do you think they're going to come after? You, somebody that's close to them.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
You stand out. The highlights in your hair.
That's what after today, if I do get to go home, I ain't gonna be back down here. I'm gonna let everybody know that I'm not coming back down here.
You don't need to let anybody do anything. You need to delete all your social media and you need to just leave town.
Yeah. Why do I have to delete all my social media though?
Because there's still pictures of you. There's still stuff. They find you. You post a picture like, oh, I'm in Atlanta. Guess where they got arrested at?
And you're repping KTA. Your ass is out there.
We just told you earlier, I have enough to document you as a gang member.
Yes, sir.
So if we're being real with each other, what is your role in Y&R?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Are you part of Y&R? Do you consider yourself to be part of Y&R?
I really, to be honest.
No?
No, I'm saying to be honest, I really think they were trying to use me a little bit. Like take them places, like go get food and.
Because you've made yourself, unlike they have, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Oki's supposed to be some big rapper, but he don't even have a car.
That makes a lot of sense. I ain't think that makes a lot of sense.
How much gas money has he gave you? None.
He put some gas in, but I'm saying he don't ever fill it up, but he giving us gas for my car's never on heat. My dad always told me I not to leave my car on heat.
Did your dad teach you not to hang around with gang members?
I mean, he never thought it would get to that point, so.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Why does your mom think you're a bad influence?
Come on, him?
No, why does your mom think you're a bad influence?
I wouldn't say she thinks that, but she thinks that, like, because they think he listens to me. They think he follow everything I do.
And he does.
He does.
He looks up to you. You're his big brother. Alright?
Yes, sir. I'm saying, I really think I think that's what she's saying, like, don't look up to him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. He can look up to you. You just got to set a better example.
Yes, sir. I told him, like I told him the other day when we had to talk to ourselves, I was like, hey, man, see me, I had a B2 scholarship to go play college football, but my grandma passed away, so I was living with her, so we had the money to pay some of the funds they had.
Okay.
The B2 don't give you a full ride, D1 does.
Where'd you have a chance to go?
It was actually, what is it called? It was an unknown school. It was like purple and white. It was an unknown school.
Furman?
Say it again?
Furman?
No, that's
in
not
South Carolina?
That's not it. It was in Alabama.
Okay.
I still got coach number on my phone. His name Coach Goody. I still got his number on my phone. He was finna have me do that, but I'm gonna go back and do it because.
Right. The video behind Taco Bell.
Yes, sir.
What day was that?
Y'all asking me days. I don't know the days, but I know
Okay.
exactly.
How many days ago would you say it was?
Like 2.
Okay, so it wasn't yesterday.
Mm-mm.
You think it was the day before?
I think it was.
Now today is Thursday. So do you think it was Tuesday?
It was after the video in his backyard.
Yeah, I know that.
The video in his backyard was first, right?
Yeah, correct.
And then it was a couple days later, and then y'all did that video?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think like 2 days, 2 days or 1 day later.
The day Mookie put it on the social media, is that the day that?
Yeah.
That's the day after
Okay.
when he put that little preview on there?
Yeah.
Okay, so he put it up right away.
Like, I don't know if he, because I know he took it down at one point, so I don't know if he put it up.
Yeah, when we knocked on the door last night, they all took it down.
Oh, so y'all did go to Slug House?
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me, like, y'all put it like 30 deep. I don't know if that was true or not.
Yeah, because he was there.
Who movie?
Yeah, we saw him in the house.
He was home in the house.
Did y'all talk to him?
No, he was a little story behind when he come outside. He was scared.
Hey, I like y'all. I need to come to his house. I like how y'all talk.
So, and but all right. Is there anything that we've talked about up to this point that you would change?
Now it's how I know what KTA stands for. I told y'all that.
Okay, I'm talking about anything. Have you told us anything that is not the truth? Everything that you've told us is the truth as it relates to what happened during the traffic stop today.
That's how we got on live. He put that, they trying to tell me to take the charge.
So he threw the gun in your lap and he told you that you need to take that for him?
Yeah. And I told him, no, I ain't doing that.
No, wait. So Mookie has a gun. He throws it up in Keyshawn's lap. Right?
Like he set it around on top of
On Keyshawn. Keyshawn takes it and puts it in your lap. And that's when they say you, both of them or you? Or does Mookie say you need to take that?
He's like, you need to take that.
Mookie does or Keyshawn does?
Mookie.
Mookie says you need it. When Keyshawn throws it in your lap, Mookie says you need to take that.
Yeah, Keyshawn like, go and take that. And I'm like, no. And I'll put it back on his lap.
And then that's when what?
That's when they, I guess, I know, yes, Keyshawn put it
In the glove box?
Yeah.
And it was in a white bandana? Is that the same white bandana that Mookie has in the video? Behind the Taco Bell?
I don't know,
He's holding it around like this?
I don't know, they got a whole bunch of bandanas.
I understand that, but it looks very similar to that bandana.
He got a whole bunch of them.
Let me ask you a question.
Was he, so that during that video, is he using the bandana to hide the gun that's in his hand?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's very obvious that
Yeah, there's something there. There's no way you hold it like this with a bandana and it doesn't like fly away
Yeah, I got you.
when you're moving your hand around. So that gun that he threw up there, is that the gun he had in the video?
He didn't never show it. He just.
But you saw it. He never showed it in the video. But you being there, it was the gun he had in the video.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you saw it, but he was clearly, in your opinion, again, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but from your perspective, he was using the bandana to cover the gun so that it wasn't readily identifiable as a gun.
So, but he didn't ever show it in the video.
He never showed it in the video.
Right. But you being there in person saw it.
Yeah. All right, man. We're gonna move you and your brother outside. Y'all are gonna be in the back of a police car for a little bit until we get done talking to them guys. I don't anticipate us spending as much time with them as we spent with y'all. Okay. And then after that, we're gonna sort out where we're going from here. So you guys just be patient with us. All right.
So I got a question though.
Yeah.
Can y'all be honest with me?
Yes, absolutely.
y'all think me and him is going home?
I don't know yet until I talk to them.
Once we talk to them, we can give you a definite answer.
I just don't want to. I don't want to give you false hope that you're going anywhere until we complete our investigation. I told you
we don't, and that goes for everybody we talk to. I don't
So
want
I got a question.
Yep.
Yeah.
What would make us not be able to go home?
Well, we got to figure that out.
Yeah, I don't want to say if this, if that. Let me talk to them, and then we'll go.
I just don't want to keep playing what ifs. Okay.
So what if they lie?
Well,
It's just something we're gonna have to work out.
let us do our job. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Just let us.
Just
do
sit
our
down. We're gonna take you outside in just a minute. I gotta get things
job.
lined
Yeah.
up.
Good thing. You got your gun. That's our stuff in there. All right. Yeah.
So what we can do now? You're about to go back out and sit in the car. All right.
How long will we do?
Hopefully not too long, or hopefully long. It just depends on what.
Can you lock that? 'Cause that's
Yeah. We're gonna lock. I got you, bro. There you go.
Anyways, that's all I've got for now. And until next time, remember to stay safe out there because you know it's a dangerous world.